Welcome to a realm that for some may underwhelm and for others overwhelm. But this is a show. Maybe you've seen it before. Might be a little too hot, might be a little too cold. But that what happens if in a future world was run by code. Run by elements that control the speed, can control if you went fast or slow. Maybe even control the variance that may be in your soul. What happens if a world in the future, a diasporic future, the culture was just ran by code of the future? What if code can do this or that? What if the universe started from a rhyme that came from code and its lines? What happens when the color and the temperature become satin and all of these elements supposedly at another time to your moment? What happens when the element saddens? Now, what happens if there's a quick change, a quick vibe, a quick rhyme that shows you the true reality of the human vibe, the human lines, what reside in our sides, and the signs that are telling of what really is inside, where our soul resides? Are these lyrics that our mind tells us to recite? Is these things that we tell the tales of the kids when they want to go out of sight in the bright, when the lights become a delight? Or are these just things that we try to think before the sun rises? So in our mellow, in our vibes where we follow, that we sing. Now let's take a moment. Doesn't matter if your eyes blink. Doesn't matter if your brain is scattered. Because sometimes we gotta put the good and the bad in the batter. For when we all blended, this mixture is what makes us us. It's part of our culture, part of our future, part of what happens when we are trying to become the next feature. Because we are humans. We also are creatures. Take it or leave it or be it. Sometimes these are the things that make us ruin. But what if there's no such thing of being fluent? What if there's no such thing of moving objects, subjects, lyrics that push you to your limits? What happens then? What happens now? What happens when you feel down? What happens when you feel up? Do these spiraling images inspire? Do they leave you wanting more? Do they leave you with a desire? Or do they just make you wonder what could happen if you let your mind wander? Is that what's happening when you think of that time that your insides and your sense and you go on your sixth sense, but really you just realize that the world is just another place that's just trying to see you mess up your progress for your process because you don't even know what is the meaning of success. But what if we pick up the speed? What if we pick up what makes us want to breathe? What if we just pick up everything around us? Is it going to be like this, a little jagger, a little messed up, adding change to the swagger, or would it just be smooth? Like what's upcoming, what's going, what's inside you is flowing. Let's take a moment to think. There are reasons for the change in season. There is a reason. There is a reason for change. There is a reason why sometimes it's hard to aim. There's a reason why sometimes as humans we need to get aid. Maybe these are the experiences that make us who we be, that make us who decide who we want to meet. But maybe sometimes we just gotta take a seat and look back to what really does make us complete. For if this is the world of the future, what is making us towards the goals that will push us forward? Is that too many metaphors in one line? Is that too many metaphors that when the time comes, we have to decline and run? And when we sort of looking at things outside of our view, it makes us wonder, when do we start? What is our cue? As we wait in line for the queue and asking questions, decisions, innovation, what is it that we're trying to do? What is it that we're trying to be? Is it because we feel a little blue? Is it because we're trying to get clues to avoid being blue, and then all we try to do is try to refute the evidence that makes us think that maybe we should have never refused? But sometimes we gotta recycle the good times and make them reused. Because that's what happens when you think of life. This is what happens when you add code to the mix and it controls the time. You're not sure of what it's doing. Heck, sometimes I don't even know. Am I really in control if we let technology do what it wants? As I'm typing these lines, these are some introspections for your reflection. That makes you wonder, what is your goal? What is your destiny? What are your abilities? Do your abilities roll? Are you really in control? Now let's the music give us for a roll. Let's see what happens when you let the roll take control of what is your flow, what is your outcome, what is it that you inspire to summon. Let's see what happens when all of this spectacularness comes to an end that you can spend, that you can blend. Because sometimes in life, you just gotta bend. And now, to end this, I hope you took a glimpse of what could be in the future, of what could happen with the rise of technology. Hopefully, it might not change your mentality, but maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. Hopefully, it gave you something to reflect, to inspect. Hopefully, there's new concepts that arise in your head. Enjoy the show, enjoy the ride, and remember what is left, you always have extra steps.